What's up, guys? So this brother talk some things about vybz Kartel based off of the show we did for keep at Trinidad, and him and the promoter couldn't come to an agreement. Guys, watch the video here to the end. Bless up.
So our Trinidadian brothers and sisters are mad at vybz Kartel because he didn't turn up to perform after being paid $850,000 US. That's roughly 200 million Ghana dollars, and still Kartel didn't turn up to perform. Let me say this. A lot of people are saying, oh, he could have cut shorty performance and this and that, and how the small man would have suffered because people would have invested because of Kartel and the whole economic collapse because Trinidad's already struggling to get the US and everything else. Kartel never cared nothing about the people. Understand this. One of the main reasons why Kartel is not currently living in Jamaica is because Kartel is a 50-something-year-old man, came out of prison after 13 years, and still went back to supporting gal culture. In less than a week, Kartel was in a club, basically saying Teshimela is one done. People who don't know who Teshimela is the leader of a notorious killing machine called Klansman, right? That was Kartel's bodyguard system, Kartel's enforcement system before he went to jail. But what Kartel miscalculated was that now 13 years later, Teshimela gang doesn't have the power which they had when Kartel went to jail. So due to the fact that he made this blunder, the other gangs was coming for his head. That's why he had 24-hour armed guards with big guns to protect him and his family, because why? He was not safe in Jamaica. If he did not get a visa to go to the US, Kartel would have been to St. Vincent or somewhere else. He would have been a little bit more safe, right? What I'm saying is, Kartel, I'm a big Kartel fan, but as I grow older, I've seen through the rules of Kartel. Kartel influenced all the women, the younger women back in the days, to basically destroy themselves, tattoo down, tongue ring, be freaks, cheat, do the most. Now 3/4 of them are toxic, as even spewing over toxicity as him and his new wife, right? Besides that, Kartel is a typical Anglo-Saxon. Kartel is a typical industry plant. Kartel corrupt the ghetto youths to the extent whereby Kartel was literally put in jail for the safety of the Jamaican population, meaning the youths coming up, because during the Gully and Gaza fights, they were killing themselves in the streets. And even though Movado and Kartel was preaching peace on the surface, Kartel group was still going to districts which was controlled by the Gully side and shooting it up and all these things. These things are documented. So Kartel was, even if he did not, alive lizard like what they said, they put Kartel away for the main reason that Kartel was a danger to the general public of Jamaica. Even in his 50-year-old state, Kartel come out of prison and went back to the same bullshit. What Kartel did? Start supporting gangs, took his family out of Jamaica, take them to Miami, bought houses to them so that they can live in a safe, nice, white neighborhood. Whilst the children in the Caribbean killing themselves in the ghetto over the violence being spewed in the music. So to the adults who still out here saying, oh, we ashamed of Kartel and Kartel should have done this and Kartel should have done that. Kartel only cares about himself and how much he can get. That's why when DJ Magnum of Guyana was bashing Kartel, I had nothing to say. Even though I'm somewhat of a Kartel fan and I know what Magnum is doing is hypocritical, because Magnum's a DJ who's still going to play Kartel at his events, his shows, whatsoever. So I didn't say anything because I understand that in general, I cannot support one wrong with another wrong. So the Trinidadian brothers and sisters who are mad at vybz Kartel because he collect $850,000 and he could have cut shorty performance and still come in light of his fandom in Trinidad. And just remember, before Kartel got to jail, the last big show he did was in Trinidad. Kartel cares nothing about loyalty. So y'all fighting to be loyal to somebody who doesn't care nothing about loyalty. Kartel only care about bread. 90% of the entertainers, social media personalities only care about bread. So when y'all expect these people to have this humanitarian side and do stuff for you because, you're the fans, you're supporting them years and years and years, they could care less.